Tomorrow, a federal judge is expected to rule whether the city's sidewalk nuisance law is legal. Now, that's the law that the city uses to remove tents and other items from public sidewalks with 24 hours notice.
The De-Occupy Honolulu protesters filed a lawsuit calling that law unconstitutional. Those protesters have been camping around Thomas Square for 18 months now. So who are they? We decided to find out. They fight the city at every turn, protesting to be visible. I mean, I look at this life and sleeping over there, it's hard. What makes this worth it? Why do this?
I'd be doing this anyway. I don't have a job. I'm stuck living on the streets. I just choose to do it more publicly in order to try to bring light to the crisis.
That crisis, what Kathy Sugar Russell calls the houseless issue. The roughly 24 De-Occupy protesters have spent the last year and a half in and around Thomas Square to make the plight of the homeless more public. And no matter how many planters the city brings in, they're staying put.
Until the city gets their act together and creates some houseless infrastructure.
Russell has become the face of this movement. Originally from Chicago, she says she moved here with the promise of a job that fell through. Her motive for coming to Hawaii might surprise you.
I fell in love with snorkeling.
I can't imagine that you do a lot of snorkeling these days.
Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
How do you think I wind down? I mean, we all got to unwind. We all got to have recreation. There's people here who play golf and basketball and football and do movies on a regular basis. You know, we all have to have ways to de-stress.
De-stressing because she says this life is not easy. Each confrontation with the city ups the intensity, but they are well organized with several storage units filled with backup tents. When one is seized, another quickly in its place. Who's supporting you guys?
We are. We get told all the time that we're just paid protesters. It's so the farthest thing from the truth. Each one of us has our own income, whether that's through work. I'm personally on unemployment because I've worked my jobs and I've paid into that.
Christopher Nova Smith, another familiar face, also came here from Chicago. He works full-time, mostly nights, sleeps here during the day. Smith says he moved to Hawaii to stop being an activist, but soon gave up his Waikiki apartment to join the group.
The tents are unsightly. They shouldn't be here. I don't want to see them. I want to be able to go to my home, eat, do what I want to do, work where I want to work, do my own life. That's what I came here for. But I can't deal with seeing a government that's so willing to violate people's civil rights.
People say that this has been ineffective, yet it seems to be a pretty hot topic. And I don't think that it would be a hot topic if we weren't out here living publicly.
Can we expect to see you here for another 18 months?
Well, we'll see what happens, but our goal is not to leave until this is in place.
Essentially, you're going to be here forever.
That's up to the city and county.
Now, the group says they've sent a list of demands to the city, which includes more low-income housing and expanded services for those in need. Until those are met, they are not leaving. They have yet to hear back from the city. And, of course, Paula, tomorrow, that big federal ruling, we'll all be waiting to see how that turns out.
I'm sure we'll hear from both sides. All right.